Logan. Today we're gonna make
Flourless chocolate cake. We're making that today. 7 ounces of dark chocolate. 1 stick of amazing butter. We need 5 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Subtraction. So I have 5 eggs. Used 1 of them for my scrambled eggs for breakfast. How much do I have left? Good job. And you said 4. Hi guys, so we're gonna do another subtraction sentence. So I have 5 eggs, and then I used 2 of them. How much do I have left? If you said 3, great job. Three-quarters cup of sugar.
1/4 cup of Hershey's cocoa.
A Hershey's cup of Hershey's cocoa. Espresso. We will need vanilla. We're gonna need a little salt, 1/4 teaspoon, pan baking spray.
So I'm going to start my double boiler here so I can melt down my chocolate and my butter. I use a mixture of dark and milk chocolate. I can hear my water begin to boil, so now I'm gonna turn my heat down to medium heat. Now we're gonna begin to melt our chocolate in the pan. So I did a little bit of math on the serving size of these particular chocolate bars, and I learned that 7 ounces is gonna be about 30 of these little squares. I'm gonna do mostly dark chocolate, but a little bit of milk chocolate as well. So now we're gonna begin to melt this down. I'm gonna take a nice little big pat of butter, put it down there. We're gonna break our chocolate up into smaller pieces. Let that melt down. Gently stir that and keep adding more butter and more chocolate. We want to melt until the chocolate mixture is smooth, and then we're going to take it off the heat to cool while we prepare the rest of the cake. So now we're going to take our chocolate off of the stove, and we're going to put it over here to cool. The first thing we're gonna do is separate the egg yolks from the whites for our 5 eggs. We are gonna use 2 separate bowls, one for the yolks and one for the whites. As always, while we're baking, we want our eggs and butter to be room temperature because it helps the cake cook evenly when the ingredients are room temperature and not cold. And here's our 5th egg. As you can see, I did get a tiny bit of yolk in my egg whites. In the past, I have panicked about this before, but I went ahead and just whipped them up and it was no big deal. It made no difference. So to our egg yolks, we are going to add our 3/4 cup of sugar, our 1/4 cup of cocoa, as well as our vanilla, 1 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. I'm just gonna open my pod, sprinkle a little bit in there, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt with your cooled chocolate. Make sure it's cooled so it does not cook those egg yolks, and whisk that together. You're gonna get a nice gooey, thick chocolate mixture that looks like this. And now it's time to whip up our egg whites. We're gonna whip our egg whites for about 3 to 5 minutes until they have stiff peaks. So at first they will get frothy, but just keep right on beating them. Now that the egg whites are less frothy, but we're not quite there with the stiff peaks yet. Let's see if we have our stiff peaks here. Yes, yes, looking good. Now we will gently fold our egg whites into our chocolate mixture. Remember, very gently so we don't deflate the fluffiness of the egg whites. Gently fold them together. So I did line my tart pan with a little parchment paper. We're gonna spray. Now we're gonna pour the batter into the pan. We're gonna bake this at 350 for 25 minutes. Here's our finished cake. We're gonna let this cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now we're gonna take the cake out of the pan. Sometimes it bakes over and that's fine, no problem. Here's our finished and cooled cake. So I'm going to be very simple about this and just top it with a little powdered sugar. And I went ahead and I did make my very own whipped cream. So I just took heavy whipping cream and some of the espresso and cocoa and powdered sugar and just whipped it until it was a nice thick cream. And if you guys would like to see that, I can do a separate recipe on that also. Daddy gets the first slice.
On the left side.
Logan, your turn for a piece.
Okay, just give me a second, Mom.
Logan.
I want a slice.
You're getting us that.
Can you put some Skittles on it?
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Stupendous.
Oh, $10. Nice. Hey, my cake is $10 a slice. It must be good.
Logan, is this stupendous?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
$10 for one scoop.
Thanks. Look at my cake. $10 a slice, guys.
And if you want to buy 2 slices at once, you have to pay $20.
Correct, Logan.
What about
Correct.
You can give up your job as a call girl.
You're horrible.
Dave,
Oh, it's still warm.
I'm playing stars.
Oh, 4.5. I want her to work for something.
How many stars does Mommy get for her cake?
4.
4.5.